Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the FIFA Flow podcast. Welcome to another episode, guys. Today we got a bit of a shorter episode today, guys. We're gonna be talking about the top 10 transfers this window, and overall just a lot of the transfer news. We're gonna go over a few of the transfers. Even if it's not on the list, I still want to do a short recap on the transfer. I want to rate the transfer overall. In general, both for the player and for both sides of the clubs. Does it benefit the player? Does it benefit the clubs? And how does it affect the club that the player left? So I want to talk about all of these. We're taking a look on transfermarket.com, so shout out to them, of course, one of the most reliable sources for transfers, of course, alongside Fabrizio Romano, of course. So we're going to talk about all of that today. Today a bit of a shorter video as well, not too long, about 30-ish minutes. I don't want to make it too long. I'm busy at 5 o'clock as well. It's currently 4 o'clock, so I might rush it a tiny bit, but overall, yeah, let's just get to it, and then, like usual, at the end, we're going to do a footy tic-tac-toe, guys. But yeah, let's get right to it, guys. Let's start off right at the top, and honestly, right at the top, we're seeing Jude Bellingham, and I'm going to be honest, I have to put Jude Bellingham at first. Jude Bellingham, man, the best signing of this transfer, man. 120 million value, insane value. Could have been much more. I mean, his market value is 120 million. The fee for signing him was 103. I think it was 130 if I'm not mistaken, unless that was in pounds. So, no, this is already in pounds. Unless that was, yeah, it could have been in pounds. This is currently in euros. So, not quite sure. I think it was a greater fee for sure. There's no ways that they're selling him beneath his market value. This guy is elite, man. And then rating him for his first few games for Madrid, currently top scorer, La Liga Player of the Month for August. I mean, what more can you say? One of the best. His physical presence, very similar to Zinedine Zidane back in the day, wearing the number 5 jersey as well. Jude Bellingham, his height, his physical presence gives him that defensive capabilities. But yes, you can say he's more of an attacking player for sure. You definitely notice that in the runs he makes in behinds. Very similar to a number 9 type player. The runs he makes in behinds to get on the ball, send a through ball in behind. Whether he gets a header, whether he gets a touch, a jammy touch to get into the back of the net. He reminds me very like a number 9 in terms of the runs he makes in an attacking sense. On the ball, he's brilliant. A Madridista on the ball. Like he can control it well, move the ball well, play in fast-paced pass game tempo, pass and go tiki-taka tempo. Very good. And as I said, yes, he's more of an attacking player. And he doesn't have as much defensive abilities as he does in the attack. But I think because of this physical presence and also because of his height, being about 6'1 or 6'2, I believe, or even 6'3, I'm not quite sure, somewhere between 6'1 and 6'3. Because of that, it allows him to have that defensive abilities as well. So he's a great box to box, great at work rates for sure. So yeah, Jude Bellingham right off the bat, first place for me. What he's brought in for Real Madrid, amazing. So yeah, he's the future for Madrid. Brilliant replacement. Him, Camavinga, and hopefully Tchouaméni gets more playing time to get into that CDM role, to be that real replacement that Real Madrid needed for Casemiro when Casemiro left that CDM role. So hopefully Tchouaméni gets some more playing time to fill in that role. But other than that, like, Real Madrid's midfield is looking solid, man. It's looking beautiful for the next 10 years, man. Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric, they're down. They had their glory days. Now Jude Bellingham, Valverde, Tchouaméni, and Camavinga, it's their turn to shine. And Jude Bellingham off to a great start. As I said, the way that he plays on the ball overall reminds me very similar to Zizou. Not because he's a number 5 and stuff, but in general, the way he moves on the pitch in an attacking sense, in a defensive sense, the height, the physical presence, very similar to Zinedine Zidane, 100%. So, no doubt, Jude Bellingham in the first slot. Now, Declan Rice, I haven't seen much of him. Haven't watched really much of Arsenal. No big games yet. This Sunday, we are going to have Manchester United versus Arsenal, of course. So I think that's going to be a real big shout for Declan Rice to see if he's the right fit for Arsenal in that CDM kind of defensive role. Since United are a team who do like to counterattack quickly, we're going to see is Declan Rice a player who's able to keep up with the tempo in a defensive sense as well, to retrieve the ball and quickly counter the counterattack from United in that sense. So let's see if he's good. He has a good physical presence, of course. I think he's a solid CDM. He just won the Conference League with or was it the Conference League or the Europa League? No, I think it was the Europa. I think they won the Conference League last year, and then they just won the Europa League, if I'm not mistaken. It was Roma versus um, past winners. Oh no, Sevilla won the Europa League. Yeah, against Roma. So they won the Conference League this past summer. They just won the Community Shield, I believe it was, against Manchester City as well. So great from Declan Rice. But on one hand, I don't have too much info to kind of rank him on the list, and on the other hand, I mean 90 mil for 116 mil when he's valued at 90 mil. I feel like they overpaid him as well, and I think for that reason as well. Like yes, I've seen a bit of him at his time at West Ham for sure. But I mean, I don't think that's enough like to really prove that he fits into this Arsenal team. And as I said, for this extra price, extra what is that about 30 mil? That I don't think that's worth it. I think I don't hate him. I think he's a great player, but for extra 30 mil, there's definitely better options out there. You can get Joshua Kimmich. I think he's even cheaper. My bad, I hit my mic, but he's for sure cheaper. Moises Caicedo, I'm definitely not going to rate him. Yet again, another, what is that, about 40, 50-ish mil over the price he's on. 40 mil, about 40 mil, that is crazy, man. 40 mil more than his market value. Like, I know that Brighton also valued him at that much as well because he was a very important player. I mean, yes, he might be overall in the football sense, he might be valued at 70 mil, but in the club sense, they're valued higher because of how important they are. But in this term for Chelsea, no ways that's a good deal. There's no ways. And he already had a mess up. He already gave away a penalty. They've drawn like 2-2 I think to West Ham as well. I believe so. Yeah, not looking the best for Moises Caicedo. I'm not ranking him. Harry Kane, haven't really watched him as well, but I feel like for Bayern Munich, in the sense of the way that Bayern Munich play, of course in the past as well with having Lewandowski, Harry Kane, very very similar player to Lewandowski, and I think he's gonna have a very similar career or a very similar play style to the way Lewandowski had in the past during his Bayern Munich days, and for that reason, that's why I say I think, of course, I haven't watched him too much, but I think he's gonna have a similar career, a similar play style to Lewandowski, therefore gonna make it a good signing, in my opinion. But yeah, still not gonna put him on my list. Randall Colomani. Now this is the guy I'm gonna put on my list. I'm just gonna put him at third for now. I feel like there's better shouts to put at like above. I might even drop him more because he just signed last minute deal for Paris Saint-Germain. But I mean, I have to put some bias into this transfer, of course. I mean, as a PSG fan myself, we just got ranked with big teams, AC Milan, Newcastle, and Borussia Dortmund in our Group F of the Champions League. So we are in the group of death, and I think getting a young player who's passionate. This guy, he didn't go to training. He deleted all his posts related to Frankfurt in Germany, Eintracht Frankfurt. He deleted all of them. That's what you call a real passionate player who wants to play for the badge, man. And he's French as well. He's a young prospect player. Had an amazing World Cup. Brilliant young skills. He has, and if we can develop him more alongside with Ousmane Dembele, Ousmane Dembele, what's his name? Kylian Mbappe for sure, and under Luis Enrique as well. Of course, the goat that developing players. I think, of course, that's gonna go to Pep Guardiola, but Luis Enrique very good at developing young players. Of course, we see that this season PSG going in a new direction of signing new young prospect players with Kengan Lee, of course, Randal Colomani, of course, Ugarte from Sporting for 40 million, great CDM. He's one of our best midfielders, if not the best midfielder from our options currently. So I highly rate Ugarte as well. I don't think he's gonna be on this list, but if I had to have like an extra option of like honorable mentions, I would put Ugarte on here for sure. So I have to put him up here. But in my opinion, I think Colomani, we were pushing for him a lot, and I think, as I said, to make him an official deal, 5-year prospect player, he's going to develop new skills and stuff alongside. He fits in the system as well, man. I mean, what more can I say? We are basically building the French national team, and I love the way the French national team play under Deschamps Didier Deschamps at the at the World Cup, made it to the final. Amazing performance, not just by Mbappe but all the players. Koulibaly, Thuram, of course the striker Thuram, who just went to Inter Milan. Dembele had a good performance. Theo Hernandez had a good performance. But yeah, not just the way that the French team plays. Like we're basically building the French team at PSG. We have Mbappe on the left, same with the French national team. Dembele on the right, Koulibaly striker. And I was hoping that we could get Kepren Thuram as well from Nice, man. The best center mid in Ligue 1, man. What a player, man. We need that physical presence as well. We need a player who's very similar to Jude Bellingham in a sense of his height, his physical performance, and even in an attacking sense, man. Kepren Thuram is amazing player on the ball, amazing. The crosses he makes, he's a big physical player, like a Hullet type player. Jude Bellingham, Zizou type player. So I hope we get Kepren Thuram, but I mean, like, yeah, as I said, fits in the system in the sense of we are building a French team. They know how to play with each other from the World Cup under Didier Deschamps. So I think, in a sense, for playing for a Parisian club, a French club, is one thing for Koulibaly, which is good for his career. Developing new skills with other world-class players like Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe, and other experienced players. Even if they're defenders, he still learns new footballing skills. And then also under Luis Enrique as well, great coach to develop young prospect players. I got stuck there for a sec. But yeah, Koulibaly, great signing. Hasn't played yet, but PSG biased right here. Now, same thing with Gvardiol. I might push these guys down, but I'm gonna put Gvardiol. Is it Gvardiol? Yeah, Josko Gvardiol. I'm gonna put him second because this guy, yes, he hasn't. I haven't really seen him much for Manchester City. I think he had a pretty decent game actually. I don't quite remember who was it against. I think it was in the second match day. He didn't play in the first match day for sure. I think I watched that game. But yeah, I was just checking. Like, yeah, let's take a look. Josko Gvardiol. So yeah, over here he's played against Sevilla, Burnley. Oh, UEFA Cup final, yeah. Newcastle, I think that was a pretty decent game for him as well. Yeah, Sevilla, he got a 7.7 rating. UEFA Super Cup final, the Europa League winners versus the Champions League winners. Sheffield United, 7.6 rating. All 90 minutes as well he's played, so pretty decent. And when you take a look at the City team, like if you take a look at the other ratings here, you have Nathan Ake at 7.3 rating. Ruben Diaz 7.7, Kyle Walker 7.9, Gvardiol at 7.6. So he's playing left back as well. I feel like if he could play more centrally in that 3-back type, would be pretty decent. We take a look over here. Yeah, he was like in this game against Sevilla in Europa Cup final. He was one of their best. He was tied with Nathan Ake, 7.7 rating. So one of their highest rated center backs in that game in terms of FOTMOB rating. So great player. I mean, at the World Cup, just improved a lot. So I feel like under Pep Guardiola, in the system as well, this guy is great on the ball. He's a solid player. He's like David Alaba, you can say, he's a great leader in the back line. Great defensive work rates, great tracking to track a player's runs, and also great on the ball. He can pass, play from the back. So Gvardiol, great player. And as I said, at the World Cup, man, he was the best defender at that World Cup. And yes, he got kind of outdone by Messi with that one run that Messi made, but that was still the tracking that he had against Messi, amazing. And not just against Messi, against other teams as well. In the Brazil game, amazing defender. His defensive abilities, his defensive work rates for sure to drop back, get back quickly, mark the players like runs and passes, mark those passing lanes. Great players. So I have to put Gvardiol up there. Neymar, haven't watched him yet, so not gonna rate that quite yet. Christopher Nkunku, he got injured at Chelsea unfortunately for a few months, 4 months I believe. So not quite going well for him either. But I think overall for Chelsea, I think Nkunku is a great signing for sure. Now I'm gonna put Szoboszlai here. I'm actually gonna put Szoboszlai over here. I'm gonna put, where's this? I'm gonna put McAllister over here, and then I'm gonna do Gvardiol. Oh, then we'll put Ugarte. Yeah, I'm gonna put Ugarte here. In fact, now that I've taken a look at all the transfers that happened, like Ugarte is definitely a top one. What he's brought in for PSG as well. And then Kolo, I might put Colomani at last. He hasn't really played anything, but in a sense that on paper he fits the system well. So let's talk about these Szoboszlai, McAllister, and then go to Ugarte, and then finish off the list. Starting off with Szoboszlai, man, this guy, yet again, similar to Zizou in terms of his height, his physical presence. I think his height, like it gives him some sort of defensive abilities to kind of like block off, shield the ball well against shorter players for sure. So, and what I have to say, the assists that he makes, the passes he makes into that Liverpool attack, into Darwin Nunez, to Jota, to Gakpo, amazing player. And after watching that Newcastle game, Szoboszlai and McAllister in that midfield for Liverpool, what a midfield, man. It looks like Liverpool are a much more alive team from what we've seen with Fabinho and Henderson in the past. Last season, both of them left to Saudi. Szoboszlai and McAllister having a great start, great link up. Now McAllister, I know that Jurgen Klopp is playing McAllister as that DM, that central one, so more of a DM type player. I feel like if they do Szoboszlai on the right, McAllister on the left would be pretty good. But I know that at the same time, there's too many good attackers. Of course, you have Jota in the attack. You have Luis Diaz on the left wing, Salah on the right wing, Gakpo, and then what's his name? Jurgen Klopp is currently playing Gakpo, McAllister, and Szoboszlai in the midfield. I feel like that is slightly too attacking, so it's still working out for them. But I feel like slightly it's too much of an attacking midfield. So maybe moving into, I think like maybe dropping Jota, like maybe dropping one of the attackers, or moving into a 4-4-2 with Szoboszlai and McAllister into like the two center mids. I think it's still quite attacking, but I think all Liverpool need now is a CDM, a defense-oriented player. Caicedo would have been good. Amrabat would have been good, who went to Manchester United. We'll get to that soon if he's on the list as well. I want to talk about that. But, I mean, overall, man, these two players, Szoboszlai, McAllister, on the ball, very good. McAllister, one of the best midfielders in the World Cup as well. He put a name for himself, and no wonder why Liverpool went after him from Brighton. So, great signing for 42 mil as well. 65 rated, 65 million transfer market value, and they got signed for 42 million. Amazing deal, and for what he's already put alongside with Szoboszlai, brilliant. As I said, it looks like Liverpool are much more alive. Those two bricks, Fabinho and Henderson, they're getting old. They're getting rusty, becoming like they're slightly becoming like Sergio Busquets without the football knowledge that Busquets have. Because yes, a lot of people they always like criticize Busquets for being a slow player, but what makes Busquets such a great player is his footballing knowledge. He knows how to read the play. So if you can get to a place beforehand, like let's say you get Mbappe versus Busquets. Mbappe is easily winning that because Busquets is old, he's slower. But Busquets knows that Mbappe is going to make a certain type of run, so Busquets is going to get into position earlier, get into that defensive role earlier to start blocking Mbappe. So because of the footballing knowledge, the way he sends those balls in the CDM in the midfield, the way he controls the balls, sends them out into he moves the ball. He's like the anchor man of the field. If you need help, whether it's like resetting the play, give it to Busquets and redo it. So I feel like who was I gonna say? Yeah, so Fabinho, yes, like Busquets is criticized for being slow, but his footballing knowledge is so good. On the other hand, Fabinho and Henderson, great players for Liverpool. Liverpool legends, of course, especially Henderson, one of their greatest midfielders of all time. But I think they lost. They didn't have that footballing knowledge. And when it comes to the Premier League, where it's very fast-paced as well, you can't just have footballing knowledge. You need the pace as well. So, yes, they were football legends, but what I like about McAllister and Szoboszlai, they're young and also going into their primes as well, have a lot of talent for sure. And since they're young, since they're fast-paced, they can and since the Premier League is a very fast-paced system, McAllister and Szoboszlai are great replacements for Fabinho and um, Henderson. As I said, they're slow, and they also don't really have the footballing knowledge that Sergio Busquets has. And also the way that Barcelona play, much more slower than the way that Prem plays. The quick counter attack, fast play, pressure. So for that reason, McAllister and Szoboszlai, the link up plays, the balls they send in behind to Salah, to Gakpo, to Jota, to Luis Diaz, to Darwin Nunez, brilliant by these two players. Then I'm gonna put Gvardiol fourth. Ugarte, man, great CDM, great anchor man. Not necessarily anchor man in terms of how he is on the ball, like a player you can uh, a player you can rely on to pass through, and then he sends the balls through from there. But in a defensive scenario, this guy is amazing. The passion, the runs he makes to get back, and then like he does like he can get the ball if he's behind the player. He's somehow still getting the ball. Amazing player. I watched him at the Lorient game, and amazing player he was. Even against Lens, man. RC Lens, amazing game. We won 3-1 there, and he's amazing CDM for us, fighting for the ball. The passion he had, amazing. I think that second of the, I think it was the Asensio goal. I think it was the first goal of the game against Lens. Ugarte was the one who initially retrieved the ball, got back, retrieved the ball. We built up the play from there, but it was all due to Ugarte getting back into like a center back position type player, fighting for the ball from behind, physical oriented, and then passing it quickly, finding options, and then we built up from there. So great passion from Ugarte. I might have to actually put Ugarte at above Gvardiol. I'm a bit of bias here as a PSG fan, but it must be done. Gvardiol must be done for me. We keep on going. Nunez, like these are players that I don't watch much, so for that reason, not really gonna rate them. Dembele, I think he could have a bit better. Like he needs more playing time for PSG. You could say the same thing with all these players. Is why are you rating them with such low playing time? But I feel like Dembele hasn't really done something for PSG yet. As a PSG fan, I gotta be honest, he hasn't really sparked yet. Ruben Neves, he's a very important player for. I might have to put him down, because when I watched those Al Hilal games, man, I think they just won 4-3 today as well. Mitrovic scoring a hat trick as well today. But Ruben Neves, man, when I watched, I think it was the final against Al Nasser as well, for a trophy, man. Ruben Neves was a very important midfield player for that Al Hilal team, and honestly, I have to put him up there for sure. He's great attack orient, a great box to box in the attacking sense. He's great. Does those great long shots. Does great through ball passes to get into an attacking scenarios for goal scoring opportunities for Al Hilal, for Mitrovic. Same with Milinkovic Savic as well. And who's that one guy? Who's that one? There's a right winger that Al Hilal have. Amazing player. And Ruben Neves, that link up, the 1-2 plays, or the through balls he sends into that right winger, brilliant. And same with Milinkovic Savic, man. This guy, Milinkovic Savic, this guy as well, man. I have to put him up here because when I watched yet again Al Hilal, man, this Milinkovic Savic and Ruben Neves, the way that Milinkovic Savic defensively gets the balls and quickly, this guy had a very good assists for Al, or was it a Savic, or I think it was Brozovic, man. It was Brozovic. My bad. Brozovic. This guy sending all the through balls into Anderson Talisca, Sadio Mane, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Brozovic, man, for Al Nasser. What a player, man. What a player, Brozovic. I got mixed up there for a moment. With Milinkovic Savic and Brozovic, both from Serie A, of course, one from Lazio and the other Brozovic from Inter Milan. But yeah, man, Brozovic, when I watched him in the final as well, amazing player to quickly get the ball. They had a 5-0 game, I believe, last week. Ronaldo with the hat trick, Mane with the 2 goals. Amazing game there for Al Nassr. And Brozovic, man, the anchor man for sure. This is what you call a real anchor man right here. Amazing player defensively, gets the ball and then he has amazing passes into the attack for Al Nassr. So great player there. Continue going. Jacques Cancelo hasn't really played anything for Barcelona, but I can definitely tell that Jacques Cancelo and João Felix, mainly Jacques Cancelo, are going to have a huge impact on this Barcelona team. Currently, Koundé slash Araujo, sometimes they swap around playing at right back, but I think both of them, if both of them were able to play at both centrally at the same time, would be amazing. Currently, they don't really have a real right back, so put João Cancelo there, Alex Balde left back, and then move both Araujo and Koundé into the central area. Amazing backline for Barcelona, so I can definitely tell the impact he's going to have, but we're not going to put him on my list yet. We continue going. Any other players here that catches my eye that I've watched as well? I'm looking for those. That's something I have a bit of knowledge on. Maybe there's players I haven't watched who have a big impact on their new teams as well, but not quite sure. We continue going. Messi, man. I think we have to put Messi, and honestly, Messi's going here, man. I don't care. Yes, it's the yes, it's the MLS as well, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes, Messi is playing in MLS, the Farmers League, you can say, but the impact he's had, they were at the bottom of the league. We take a look at the MLS table. Not just the table here, like, yeah, see, they've gone up a few points. And even like Inter Miami, you take a look at Inter Miami's like games. Not showing for some reason. Fought Mob. We go take a look at Inter Miami. We take a look, fixtures over here. Okay, we look over here back in the day before. Look at the amount of losses. And then Messi joins towards middle of August, beginning of August. They beat Cruz Azul in the cup. Win here, draw here 4-4, and win in the penalties as well, I believe. Win here against Charlotte FC. Another win here. Draw against Nashville, and then win in penalties. Another draw against this Mexican team, I believe, and win in penalties yet again. Win against New York Red Bulls, draw against Nashville. Messi, 10 games, 11 goals. I think 6 or 4 assists, I believe, something like that. 3 or 4 assists, or even, or it might be the opposite way, where like he has 11 assists and then 3 goals. No, I think it's 11 goals and then 3 assists, if I'm not mistaken. I saw the same with Ronaldo. Both of them off to a great start, both in their own leagues. But Messi in the MLS and Ronaldo in the Saudi League, off to both great starts, very equal starts as well, and both having a huge impact on their teams as well. So for that reason, Messi still proving himself that yes, it's the MLS, but when you literally have the exact same team you had before, Inter Miami. The only difference is you're bringing in 3 players, and there's not all the time where you can say 3 players can have a huge impact on a team. But this is the time where you can say 3 players, Messi, Busquets, and Alba, have a huge impact on the team. And as I said, for the most part, the other 8 players, more than half of the team, is the same players than before they joined. And somehow they've gone from this record here, losing week in, week out. Even the week before, they had a pretty decent run here. But for the most part, losing most of the games, to now having a consistent run, winning streak, non-losing. Messi has not lost a single game with Inter Miami yet. That is pretty crazy. So the effect that Messi had, yes, it's the MLS and it's pretty bad, but the effect that Messi had, he has to be up there. How did I forget about him? I'm still going to put Jude Bellingham up top because I think great signing. He was one of the bigger signings this summer for sure. Now I could put Sadio Mane here for sure, but I think I'm going to put Sadio Mane. But let's just check out any more transfers. Amrabat, I think he's a great player. Make sure you go check this last video yesterday, guys, with my cousin. We made UCL group stage predictions, and we talked about how United need a new midfielder. So for sure, Amrabat and Casemiro in that midfield, amazing. Going to add more balance in a defensive and attacking sense for sure. Because right now they have Bruno Fernandes, Mason Mount, and Casemiro. There's no balance. They need like a box-to-box type player, and I think Amrabat is perfect for that United team in that midfield for sure. We keep on going here. Um, Griezmann, was this signed? Oh yeah, because Antoine Griezmann, because I'm pretty sure he was on loan from. Uh, I'm not quite sure about him actually. Kangan Lee, I could put him, but I feel like that's a bit too much PSG biased. Irving Lozano, what? He went to PSV. I thought he was at. Oh, I guess he. Yeah, I think he left. Um, I think he recently left yesterday or today. I saw a post from him about saying, "Oh, thank you Napoli for the stuff." So I think he just left as well. So I think he went back to PSV Eindhoven. So yeah, nothing really much that I have the best knowledge on in terms of, oh, can I rate them? Have I watched them yet? But I think we might have to put. I think we're gonna put Brozovic higher. I think we're gonna put over here in sixth place. We're gonna put Sadio Mane, and then at seventh we're gonna put Brozovic, and then eighth Guardiola. Wait, no, I think it's messed up now. 9, 10. And honestly, yeah, that's pretty good because I said earlier, like, Colomani hasn't played yet. I'm only thinking of Colomani off of paper, so that leaves us with an on. Mention of Colomani, yeah, perfect, works out well. So, yeah, I think for me, Sadio Mane alongside with Ronaldo, brilliant season so far. So, I mean, yeah, Sadio Mane, man. What more can I say? Attacking, he's a fast-paced player. Alongside with Ronaldo, doing those passes together, dribbling, getting in the attack, scoring goals. So he's there. He's an important player for Al Nassr in that attack, alongside Ronaldo yet again. Ronaldo's happy with him. He's happy with Ronaldo. He's not someone who plays for the money. Yes, he's playing for the money, but he wants the money so he can. This guy, Sadio Mane, is one of the most appreciated footballers in the world because this guy donates a lot of his money back to the poor people. So that's why he's not playing just for the money. He's playing it for the money to give it to the people who need it. So that's why I love Mane, and yet again, for Al Nassr as well, a key player. So yeah, these are my top 10 signings this summer, this transfer window. Colomani, Brozovic, Ruben Neves, Gavardio, Brozovic, Mane, Ugarte, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Messi, and Jude Bellingham on top. So yeah, that is all. 30 minutes as well. It might have been a bit fast paced, so sorry if I caught you guys off guard, but that is that. I was also in a rush. I have to leave soon as well. But yeah, I will post the podcast once I get back. So it's going to be later at night. But yeah, let's go ahead and end it off with a footy tic-tac-toe like we always do. See our negative ball knowledge. Alright, let's go. Okay. Uruguay and Ajax. So we're going to go with Luis Suarez. Oh my, yeah, he fits with Liverpool as well. And then, yeah, he won the Okay. I'm not going to count these ones because I feel like they also filled for me. But who's another Uruguayan? Darwin Nunez. Uruguay, PSG, we're going to go Ugarte. Arsenal, Ajax, we're going to go Dennis Bergkamp. How do you spell this guy's name? Bergkamp. Arsenal, Liverpool, we're going to go with... Oh, damn. Who's Arsenal, Liverpool, man? Shoot. Arsenal, Liverpool. We'll come back to that. Arsenal, PSG, another player that I'm not going to know of. We'll come back to the Copa America, Ajax. Ruben Neves, definitely not. Copa America, Liverpool. We'll go ahead and put... Was McAllister in the team? No, McAllister was not in the team that won that. Copa America, PSG. We'll do Messi. So I need these two here. Both these. I need Copa America, Ajax. Negative ball knowledge here. Copa America, Liverpool as well. I'm thinking of Did Fabinho, did he play in the Brazilian team that won the World Cup? Neymar didn't. Or the Copa America. When was it? Back in 2016, I believe? No, Fabinho did. Alisson, bro. I think Alisson won it. Yeah, Alisson did. Was there. He was there back in. When is it? Was it 2016 or 17? When did Brazil in the. Or might have been even earlier. 29. It might have been 2019. Yeah, 2019. I was thinking too much earlier, but I'm pretty sure like I was thinking 2016 because that's when Argentina lost. I'm negative ball knowledge, man. So don't quote me on any of these. Copa America, Ajax. I'm also in a rush as well. So Arsenal, Liverpool, Copa America, Ajax, and then Arsenal, PSG. Arsenal, Liverpool. I feel like that should be easy. Ian Wright. Did he even play? Bro, let's see. Let's see our negative. Oh, I can't even spell his name, man. Ian Wright. No, damn. Unlucky. Okay, let's search up. Players played for Liverpool and Colo Torre, man. Yeah, no. Oxlade Chamberlain, man. Oxlade Chamberlain, Liverpool legend. Players for Arsenal. Oh, Arteta, bro. Arteta, man. Arsenal and PSG. Arteta came to loan. He came. Oh, Ben Arfa. David Luiz, bro. David Luiz. Yeah, David Luiz, Ben Arfa, Danny Alves. What the heck is he doing here? No, that's probably fake. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure David Luiz. No, David Luiz. Yeah, David Luiz, man. Let me make sure. My negative ball knowledge, man. Just in case, bro. Like, I'm having a brain freeze right now. He played for Chelsea, yeah, and Arsenal, and then, of course, PSG as well. I know he played for Chelsea. I just had to make sure he played for Arsenal one more time. But, Ben Arfa, I'm not 100% sure on him, but, yeah, Arteta as well, man. I was thinking Arteta. And then, players that won the Copa America and played for Ajax. Brazilian. I don't know. This is the best thing I can do to maybe think of someone who won. No, definitely not Anthony. Maybe Maxwell, bro. I don't know who this guy is either. Played for PSG as well, bro. And I don't know Maxwell, bro. I think I've heard of him actually. He sounds kind of familiar. I'm not saying that because now, I'm a fake PSG fan. I'm saying that now because I'm not saying it like that, bro. I swear I've heard of him before. I've heard of him because like I'm in this PSG group, so like we talk about a bunch of PSG legends and PSG current players and stuff, and I've heard Maxwell, bro. That's why I've heard of him, man. PSG legend. But yeah, unfortunately we didn't get it. Yeah, Arteta here. I guess Oxlade Chamberlain I should have got, or I could have got. And then yeah, maybe if I didn't get Luis Suarez, I would have known that Uruguay won the Copa America and could have put him here, but it auto-filled for me. So yeah, that is that today, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. Sorry if it was a bit fast-paced. As I said, I'm in a rush. I have to leave any minute now. But yeah, here's my top 10 transfers to this market. I mean, what a market. Probably one of the craziest, if not the craziest transfer window market of all time, man. For the players, there's so many players that went. The prices for the players, the transfer fees, it's skyrocketed to the moon. And there's the amount of players as well. And not just the amount of players, the amount of known big players. You have Benzema, Kante, Neymar, Ronaldo, Messi, all these big name players doing a transfer in one market for such huge prices. So it's the amount of players, the amount of big name players that go on, the young players as well, and the prices as well. So one of the craziest, if not probably the craziest transfer market of all time in football for sure. But I mean, yeah, what a market. This is my rating right here. Jude at first, Messi second, Szoboszlai, McAllister third and fourth, Ugarte fifth, Sadio Mane sixth, Brozovic seventh, Gvardiol eighth, Ruben Neves ninth, Brozovic 10th, and then my honorable mention, Kolo Muani. On paper, amazing player for PSG. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. Next podcast, I'm actually moving to my dorm for university tomorrow. So, as I said, make sure you check out my Instagram to see if I'll be able to post. I have to get all my work done first. My work is going to be my first priority. But maybe during my free time at university, I'll keep on recording short podcasts, maybe like 10-minute podcasts throughout the day, every week if I have time. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I also have some big news upcoming as well, so hopefully I'm still working on that as well with other people. So keep that in mind. Maybe no podcast here, but I mean, big news coming hopefully. With all the work, I have to manage my work first, priorities on top. But yeah, stay happy, stay flow, stay positive. Make sure to subscribe as well if you like the video, and leave your thoughts down below. But yeah, for now, stay happy, stay positive, stay flow, and I'll see you later. Peace. Have a good one.